Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Scripts and Giggles with Shoshanna
And Marnie.
So,
Do we sound hot, guys?
we should.
We have a microphone.
And it's pink. I
It's
love the
pink.
colour.
I know. I was looking at all the colours and something just said, get the pink one.
Oh.
There's lots of lovely, more corporate colours.
No, but...
Like black and blue.
Yeah, but... I mean, we are black already. We don't need them more.
You're right. Well, we're not that colour of black, are we?
Yeah, no.
Shoshanna? Okay. It wasn't that colour.
Nude colour microphone.
Would you like a nude coloured microphone? Sure.
No, thank you, Marnie. This is a really lovely surprise.
Yeah, I'm just really excited.
Yeah. So, let us know if you hear a difference. You better. You
Well,
actually better.
imagine the comments being like, it's worse.
This better not be different.
We don't like it.
No. You will love it.
You will love it. It's going to be great.
And we've been loving a lot of stuff that's been happening
No, there's
recently.
been lots of things I haven't been loving.
What? Go on.
One of the things I haven't been loving is I think people share a bit too much online.
Yeah.
I think people share a bit too much online, and it's been a small thought that has been growing steam. And this morning it cultivated in, I saw a TikTok of this woman being like, when you're in the club trying to take a video of yourself vibing, but this man thinks you're trying to dance with him, and so he pushes you to the nearest black person. And basically the video is like this gorgeous black girl, she's like in the club, she's dancing, right? There's a white man in front of her, and it honestly looks like she's trying to dance with him, right? He turns around, he sees her, he like moves out of the way, like he's trying to avoid her. Then he turns back around again, walks over to this other person you can't see properly, and then walks back to her and pushes her towards the person. And whoever was like, I don't know who was filming, whether someone was filming her or she had a phone on a stand, but finally you could see the person that he'd been trying to interact with. It was just like this other random black person in the club.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, this is so dark. And I feel like she posted it to be like, look at this white guy being racist. But I was like, I feel like what's more telling is that you wanted to dance with him at first.
And he didn't want to dance with you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I just thought, why did you post, like...
Yeah.
Why did you post this? What's the thought process?
It's content though. Content.
And then obviously you get in the comments, the top comment for some reason was someone being like, yeah, well, she doesn't want to date black men.
Oh gosh.
Do nothing.
Honestly.
You can't do nothing in this life.
Honestly, I completely agree with the whole oversharing on the internet. It's getting too much. And I feel like because people are bored, or we have watched every single type of content out there in the world, so people are just like creating stuff for the sake of creating it. You know, before it was for the plot, now it's for the this, now it's for the TikTok. Now it's a lot. It can make me really question humanity sometimes. I'm like, why are people doing this? Maybe growing up, there was a time when it was very much seen as a good thing to keep everything in house. Basically, like, we're not going to be talking about our business out there. Maybe it's more of a family thing. Like, do not embarrass me. Keep everything that's going on in this house to yourself. And now everyone's like, well, I'll tell you the time when I like sniffed your underwear, but we listen and we don't judge, which is wild.
It's so wild. I wonder. I saw this thing that said that Gen Zs don't have friends.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's something to do with like people don't have a circle in the way that they used to have a circle where you would share your weird stories like that. Yeah. And so they're like, I'll just put it on the internet. They're my friends. And it's like, I'm not your friend. Yeah. Like, maybe your followers are your friends, but I'm not your friend. Yeah. And I like, this is my introduction to you, and it's just me being like, you could not waterboard this information out of me. If this happened to me, like, if I went into the club and I saw a white dude and I was like, yeah, I'm going to dance with him, I went up to him and he swerved me.
Literally.
First of all, I would never film it.
Yeah, also, who's filming?
Question mark on
That's
that
not always. Who is filming? Is this for the content? Was this like a natural... Just like the camera was out and then you just called this.
In her description, she said when you're trying to take a video of you vibing, so you clearly have given the phone. Either you've given the phone to someone, you're with someone who's filming, or you've put the phone on a stand somewhere. I have never. It's so rarely that I see people doing that out in the wild, so I don't know how it works. Yeah. But even the process of going up to someone and be like, "Can you take a video of me?" Yeah. Like a stranger, and then. Yeah. going up to like dance with this guy, and then he's just like, nah, delete the video.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know what the comments will be. Like, we are in a world where we can already, what's the word? We can already predict what the comments will look like. And then you go to the comment section and you see the exact comment, top comment right there. Like, you already know. So why would you post it? Unless you want attention.
I think she thought people will watch this and go, that guy's a prick. Which I'm not saying he comes off well at all, because after he like pushes her towards this guy, he like wipes his hand off. Like he's touched something nasty. And I was like, I want to know what country she's in, first of all. I want to know what club this is. But ultimately I was like, still, I just don't think I would post it.
No, but
I just don't think I would post it. I'd be like, that was a weird interaction with a weird guy at the club, and that's the story I'm sticking to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell the part where it's like, well, I tried to dance with him. I'll be like, I was just in the club minding my own business, and this guy pushed me. Like, I don't know.
I think, honestly, I do feel like people are doing it for content. They want to get the virality, the viral moment, so they can get more followers. I think there was just that need. And also, like you said, especially the people that do like really deep stories on the internet. I know some people do it because they want to help someone out there, which inadvertently that can help someone. Like someone talking about like a drug addiction and how they've recovered from it. Yeah, like that's a very personal thing. But you know, sometimes they say like, I'm doing this because I want to help someone out there. But then the people that like are telling a story, or they're crying, pull the camera up, set the camera up, do the tripod, press record for them to cry, and then put it on the internet. I don't know. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what's the
thought process?
Yeah, for you to record this so that prosperity can see like everyone in the future. Like, but why would anyone care about this?
No.
And why should anyone care about this? Like, I feel like people think life is to be experienced by other people.
Yeah.
And that's what's weird. And I actually don't blame people for it. I think it's the advent of social media. And I was actually watching a video that was briefly talking about Lindsay Lohan, and they mentioned like what people nowadays won't understand is that like it wasn't Lindsay Lohan posting videos of herself online, it was the paparazzi following her around. Like, people's whole jobs was to take pictures of this woman, and we will never have anything like that now, because
we don't need to.
We don't, exactly. We have access to all of our celebrities in a way that it's like, I think, unhealthy and doesn't actually give you what you want, right? Which is to know that person. Like, you still don't really know them because they're choosing what they put out. Whereas the paparazzi stuff was as close to like reality as you could get, in the sense that like they're catching her in her candid moments. They're catching her putting the bins out. They're catching her leaving her club. They're catching her with her dress hiked up. They're catching her kissing her boyfriend on the street. Like, every moment of your life is being documented and not curated by you.
Yeah, it's true.
And the difference with now is every moment of your life is being documented and curated by you. Make a choice to upload that stuff.
100%.
So yeah, whenever people upload stuff, I'm like, not only is the content telling me who you are, but like the fact that this is what you're choosing to make is telling me who you are. Like, I don't need to see this. Like, there was another thing from this these two creators I actually quite like.
Yeah.
But the video was like, you know, post night out, like de-glamorizing.
Yeah.
And it was a video of one of them like helping the other like take her extensions out, and they're just like sitting and chatting and gabbing. I was like, but you had to go put your phone in the corner and press record.
Yeah.
So now this whole thing reads as fake to me. Because if I'm taking out my sister's hair and we're catching up, I don't put a camera up in the corner of the room.
100%. Like, even when we record, of course, we're having a conversation, but it's different because we're very much aware that we're recording. So hopefully you guys enjoy it and like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. But like, it's different because we're aware that we are being recorded.
Yeah.
I just think that it will, not just talking about the podcast, but I'm talking about in general, when you have a camera there to film you, there is an element of performance that happens. So that's why I find it crazy when you watch reality shows, like when we were talking about the reality dating shows, where people meet their person in front of the camera and they barely have any time without the cameras. So everything is done in front of the camera, and you always have to question, like, how much is real, how much is fake, or are you so comfortable in front of the camera because it's just always there?
Yeah.
So you kind of forget it's there.
That's what people always say, isn't it? They're like, oh, after a while you forget the camera's there.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching Jersey Shore.
Okay.
Speaking of that
Yeah.
And, like, watching it, it feels so real in the sense of, like, it's one of the, like, classic reality TV shows in that, like, even as I'm watching the series, I'm like, this must have either been the easiest show to produce in the world or the hardest, because so much of the storylines and the drama is just self-generated. It's just what happens when you put 6 people in a house together, right? What happens when you put 6 people in the house together and one partner's cheating on the other? Like, what happens when you put 6 people in the house together and 3 of them are all vying for the same girl? Like, I don't think they had to produce those situations. I think they just happened organically. But as I was getting to, I've just finished series 2, I'm on to series 3. As we're wrapping series 2 is wrapping up, a thought occurred to me, which is like, somebody has to be holding a camera. Because this isn't like Big Brother, where there's cameras situated all over the house, right? There's someone filming them when they're at work. There's someone filming them when they're at the beach. Someone filming them when they're in the club. So I was like watching one of the club scenes where they're like dancing, all these people around them. I'm like, and then I'm just trying to imagine just like a massive camera crew just in the club. And I was like, well, this will explain why they always get into these random fights, because there are going to be people who are just like, what's going on? Why is there cameras in here? And why are they filming those people? Who the fuck are those people, right? The jealousy of like, well, film me, I'm interesting. But also like, it's so weird, and it also explains why they always go to like a handful of clubs. Because you have to get shooting permission.
100%. Like I was watching a show called, I know we said we were going to be off the dating shows, but I was watching a show called Later Daters. And it was and perfectly honest, I think I'm having a break from like young people dating shows, because I actually don't mind watching older people dating. It was actually quite nice. But where they were all dating was like very quiet little cafes and restaurants where it was like basically empty, because you're right, you can't just be filming regular people. The only time that works is first dates, but that is the whole restaurant is for the dates. So back to your point about
I was just thinking, like, even this, which as a younger person when I watched it felt like this is real, and even as an older person I'm like, we're not going to be able to recreate this again, right? Because the magic of Jersey Shore, for the cameras being there, and for the fact they must have been thinking about the fact there's cameras there, they are the most uninhibited people. One, because they're drunk 70% of the time.
Jesus, Lord have mercy.
But also because they don't know, and I don't think it was like the show was incredibly popular, right? But I don't think they were aware of just how popular that show was for the first few seasons, actually. So those first few seasons are just people being the shittest versions of themselves and like not thinking twice about it. And I just don't think you could get something that authentic. And again, even calling it authentic feels like an oxymoron, because like I said, there is a camera in your face the constantly. But those characters clearly didn't think about or care that the cameras were there. Like, they say the wildest shit on there. Like, the misogyny through the roof.
Wow.
Through the roof. Like, the way they talk about women, the way they talk about the women, the way that women look, the way they talk about the way they talk about women who are quick to have sex, the way they talk about women who are not quick to have sex. Like, any type of woman expecting to be assaulted by this show. And I don't think that anyone in their right mind would speak like that on a reality TV show now.
Oh, absolutely not, because times have changed. You know, the whole thing of like, you know, being cancelled and cancel culture, like that has completely changed things. But also the rise of social media, like the fact that you know that you're not just going to be watched by like a few thousand people. You're going to be watched by millions of people, not just in your main country, usually America, but globally. And then when you come out, people can send you death threats because they saw you on TV doing some crazy thing.
Yeah, nowadays, because of social media, the clips can be taken in any whatever context you want.
Exactly.
So remove the scene beforehand, remove the scene afterwards. Just clip
Snip
the moment
it.
where I'm like, the thing about white men is, and then before you know it, it's a wrap for you.
And also, you also don't know what the producers can do. Like, I was watching the Vice documentary about America's Next Top Model. It was really interesting. I mean, I had to find it on like some bootleg site. But again, like, so many things as a viewer, and I watched that show religiously up till like briefly the last few seasons, where I was like, okay, I was getting a bit tired of it. But so many things that you didn't see behind the scenes, and all these girls will come onto the show with the hope of like, I'm going to be the next big model. Okay, maybe they didn't win, but then, you know, people will sign them up because they're going to be popular, and then realizing no one wants them because the producers have given them such terrible edits. And then they try to go into the modelling scene, and well, it's not really working. So that's one of the things that make me think that we can never have the reality shows that we had in the yesteryear today, because one, there is so much consciousness and so much, quote unquote, I don't want to say it, but wokeness about like how you present yourself on screen. And two, we're just so self-aware now.
Yeah, the closest you're going to get to a reality TV show is a TikTok of a person who has decided that they don't care about getting dragged on the internet. Like, and that's the closest you're going to get to something that's unfiltered. And even then, you have to like, you edit your TikTok videos. You don't just, it's not like, unless you're live, you're going live every single time you're on there. At some point, you've played this back. You've gone, that's it. That's the one. Actually, no, I'm going to say that bit again because I don't feel like like, you are a writer, producer, director for your own content.
Yeah, everyone's a content creator.
Everyone's a content creator, and I just think that because of that, the line of like, yes, going back to thematically what I was talking about, the line of what you should share and what you shouldn't share is thinly blurred. Yeah. In the spirit of that, I saw an article about plastic surgery.
Okay,
and I wouldn't say that this was stuff that I don't think people should share, because I found it really interesting. Yeah. But I also found myself being like, why is there such a stigma about sharing when you've had plastic surgery? And then when you look at some of the amounts of money that people are spending.
So Marnie sent me the article.
It's a Guardian article. We'll link it in the description. Looking at the amounts of money, I was like, oh, that would be the thing that would make me not want to share with people that I did this, because there is a woman on there who must have spent
$135,000
on one procedure.
Yeah, she's on. Well, actually, no. Maybe there's another person, because she said that she sent it on. First surgery was on her nose. This is the first woman, so maybe it's not that one.
You know, it is.
Is it her?
Yeah.
I haven't read the full thing. Yeah.
The list.
Oh, that continues. Oh, there.
Of procedures.
Oh my
Facelift, 35,000. Filler she gets for free, but thousands of pounds worth over the years. Teeth treatments, £20,000. Rhinoplasty, 3,500. Eyebrow lift, 10,000.
Wow.
This money.
Oh Jesus. And that's a regular
could
person.
Put you down. You could probably buy a whole house for that money in Hull.
Not London.
Put a deposit down on a house and a car.
Oh my gosh. I'll be honest. We've talked about plastic. Well, we talked about this on the pod, but I do love watching content about plastic surgery.
Yes.
And there's a content creator on YouTube who does these deep dives of celebrities and what they've had done, plus how much they've spent. So this is like getting me like all excited, because like there's so much.
That was just the procedures. She has treatments she has treatments twice a week.
Wow.
A hyperbaric oxygen chamber, £10,000 for 10.
What?
How many 2 weeks are there in a year?
20.
There's 56 weeks in a year. So yeah,
26 weeks. 26 fortnights.
26 fortnights.
You go in to get that done.
She's spending more than 20k. Wow. And that's just a treatment.
That's treatment. And I think
laser therapy every 2 weeks. Microneedling facials every month. Like, I just don't... This is a safe space.
Yeah.
I struggle.
Yeah.
To remember to shave my legs.
Same.
I don't know how I could keep up with a beauty regime. I forget, like, oh, do you know what? I should probably do my face mask today. I haven't done my face mask in like 8 months.
That's a full-time job.
That's a
full.
To be fair, she is a influencer.
She's expensing that as part of her tax returns.
For sure, she is an influencer. She's also the founder of a consultancy about skincare.
Okay, you see, now this is where I have my issue. I talked about this on the pod last time. I have a big issue where people are talking about or trying to flog off some type of service or beauty product when they are doing so much work on their face. I'm so sorry. I'm so passionate about it because I think, to be fair, it's false advertising.
She strikes me as a person because her podcast is literally called Nip Tuck.
Oh, okay.
So
sorry.
I think she is quite open about the work that she's had.
Okay.
But I understand where you're coming from as well, where it's like, what's crazy to me is that you need to continue to have that work done if the skincare products are working. Yeah. Is the hyperbaric oxygen chamber working? Is it working?
No, because it's a maintenance thing. It honestly is. And
also, this woman,
how old is she, by the way?
Is 34.
But I'm not.
Does she not look 34 or older?
Shade. She was older. And
right.
Also,
so at the end of the day, then what was all of this for?
And that's the problem, because before, especially when it came to plastic surgery, probably the last 20, 30 years, a lot of people that were having plastic surgery was, of course, to reduce the signs of aging. And they would get this plastic surgery. Maybe they'll get their first facelift at like the age of 50. Mm-hmm. And now we're seeing young celebrities, influencers, who are getting their first facelift at like the age of 26, 30. And so when you start young, you have to continue, because what ends up happening is your face will lift, then it will drop. Then you have to keep on doing it and keep on doing it and keep on doing it. Like, we're going to talk about, we'll probably touch on Lindsay Lohan and Christina Aguilera, who they look like they're literally reversing time. But this is something that they're going to continue and will have to continue for the rest of their life if they want to maintain the look that they're going for. And at one point, it was going to look ridiculous.
So I was looking at, going back to the article.
Sorry, back to the article.
Actually, I was like, honestly, I don't know where the money went. But like, I don't think you look any different to, and maybe she does. Like, obviously, as you age yourself, the parameters of what you think someone your age should look like has to shift, right? Because you look like how you look like. Like, I could sit here and be like, 32-year-old should look like X, a 34-year-old should look like Y, but I look how I look. So if I look how I look, it's likely there's a 34-year-old that looks just as young as I do. Yeah. I went onto her Instagram.
Let me see.
And I think, like, painted.
Yeah, makeup wise.
She looks good.
Really nice, yeah.
But what I don't understand, right, and I'm just speaking for me, and what I hope to get from my skincare regime is such that I don't have to paint my face. Yeah. Because my skin looks good. Yeah.
So I remember Jackie Aina said something, and it was shade, but it was funny. She was like, "You girls out here will be paying £50 for foundation, but only £2 on skincare," or like, but basically saying like the base is your face. Your base is your actual face, and if you get your skincare right, you don't have to actually use much makeup. Like when I have good skin days, like I did a bit of makeup like a couple of days ago. I used like less than 5 products, and I was like, I look good. I'm sorry, my mates were, why not? You need to boost yourself up. Like, I look good. My skin looks great. I didn't put any foundation on. I just dabbed a bit of concealer under my eyes, used blush, and I looked like I didn't look like I was unwell. And I was like, I look good. But because the skin was looking good. When the skin is not looking that great, bring out that foundation, roll it in. Or if I'm going for like a big event. But I agree, like if your skincare is good, you don't have to spend a lot of the money on not even just skincare, but on the surgeries. Yeah. And also, I feel like I'm going, not even to dig a bit deeper, but like, are you even looking after yourself? Because like you could put all the healthy products on your face, but are you actually drinking water?
No, I'm not.
Are you actually drinking water?
I haven't drank a glass of water in years. Why would I drink water?
Honestly, no shade. You put more water on your skin than you actually consume. Like, what is going on? No shade. This is no shade, because me and my sister have this conversation a lot. especially when she went through a period where she used to like, when caking your face was like the trend, we would joke about it because, yeah. But the trend is now moving into the clean aesthetic, so maybe that will change things.
Yeah, I think, I mean, we won't go through the whole article, I'll leave it for you. But I found myself thinking, in looking at that article, about the balance between what you share and what you don't share.
Yeah.
And I do have a lot of respect for everybody involved in the article for sharing.
Yeah.
Their regimes, but in looking at the extremities of it, I just thought, oh wow, there are really people out here spending hundreds of thousands of pounds on how they look. And it, again, going back to Ashley in particular, and not, again, no shade to her, it's her business.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to me, actually. As much as it still does feel excessive, it's her business. It's the idea that people who are admin assistants think that they can keep up with that.
Yeah.
Sweetheart.
Yeah.
You're earning less than the average wage for the country. Don't go and get a Klarna deal.
No!
Don't go and get a Klarna deal to get hyperbaric oxygen chamber treatments.
Yeah.
That's not the answer.
Honestly, and also, it's so easy to see someone's result on social media without. And yes, you can see their results on social media, but do you know if they're filtered? Like, put filters on that image, because a lot of they put. Yeah, that's the thing. And so the idea and the aspiration that you're going for, you will. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not gonna achieve it because not everything works on everyone, but also like there is such thing as false advertising, and you don't know what the other person is doing behind the scenes to get the results that they're getting. And I do believe that I would love to have a conversation with that Ashley woman about the motivations behind it. Even, and I think maybe I need to read the articles because I think probably she touches on it a bit, but when you find out like what the motivations are for having plastic surgery, sometimes it's things that are a lot more serious, like things like body dysmorphia, a lack of self-esteem, and those type of things. You can do every single procedure in the world and that will never change it unless you work on yourself. And not to sound like some type of well-being woo-woo girl, but like I think plastic surgery, there's definitely a place for it because people do it, and it does help people's, in this woman's case, her business. But I've always have a question as to the why behind it, because as someone, I've had surgery, not plastic surgery. I've had surgery for health reasons, and I would never wish that on my enemy, because surgery is just not for the weak.
It's a trauma on the body.
It is. It's like it's literally someone cutting you in some way, and every time, even when I see people doing like taking a needle and putting the Botox in their face, again, we all have their reasons to do it, but maybe I have a low pain threshold, and I'm like, I hate needles, but like, just to do something like that to your body,
if you don't need to do it. But I guess it's that's the thing, isn't it? It feels like a need for those people.
Exactly. So we're all different. We all have different motivations. But I find it incredibly fascinating. Laura Hill is definitely if you love that plastic surgery deep dives, she does great content.
No.
And I'm fascinated by it. But even though I would not want to have plastic surgery. But
yeah. My sister and I had a conversation about that, and I think the younger generation feel less squeamish about that stuff because it's something that they've grown up with. And I think people were probably getting plastic surgery when we were kids, but like it was not something that was talked about. And it only maybe in the early 2000s became something that was accessible to like the masses. So it still feels a bit like a luxury that I don't know, you don't get it for an admin assistant. And I'm not trying to belittle admin assistants because I have been one. That wasn't my priority at the time. And I don't know why I need to be the world's most glamorous admin assistant either. Like, I understand with celebrities, because there is so much of their business is tied, especially if you're a female actress or singer or anyone in the public eye, so much of your business and your work is tied to the way that people look at you and whether they like what they see. And so I understand the impulse that if that's what you want to do with your life, like I want to perform, and I know the minute I start to look old, people won't want me to perform anymore. I'm going to do what I need to do just to keep on top of it. Like, it's not to say I'm going to rip my face off and put a new one, but if there are little things I could do here and there to slow down the sands of time, I'm going to do it. Yeah. That to me makes more sense than me, a cashier at Greg's.
She wants to look good though. She wants
no,
to...
and that's what I mean.
I'm so joking.
No, and this is the thing. I actually don't disagree with that though. If you want to look good, you should. But what I'm saying is the pressure is that you are feeling is coming from a standard that actually that doesn't apply to you.
Yeah, that's
You're not competing with Kim Kardashian. Yeah. You're not. Yeah. You're not in the same league as her. Yeah. So there's no need for you to feel like you should be looking like the Kim Kardashian of barking. Like, I'm not...
There's a girl out there who actually best believes she's a Kim Kardashian.
No, and probably is, but it's like,
yeah,
you don't and listen to what I've just said, the Kim Kardashian of barking, and ask yourself, is what you want to put on your gravestone?
Oh my gosh,
it's mad.
Honestly, I always think with celebrities that there's going to be one point they're going to do one surgery that's going to tip them over the edge. Like they're one nip and tuck away from it going downhill. Mm-hmm. And I keep on thinking when Kim's one's going to happen, because like she's done a lot of changes to her face, and some of them have looked a little crazy, but she's not there yet. But I just feel like it's going to happen. But actually then I look at Kris Jenner, who she's in her like 70s, looks incredible, and she gets work. So maybe the surgeons, the skills are changing, because as I mentioned before, there's been a lot of talk about Lindsay Lohan, Christina Aguilera, Donatella Versace, the ones you showed me earlier, Demi Moore. Like there was a complete transformation of Demi Moore's face. So there's people working hard to keep the face looking youthful, but at what cost? We don't know. But I think it's also become a lot more recognizable now. Like people recognize it, whereas before I think a lot of people got away with it until you did a deep dive and you were like, oh, every couple of years there's a little tweak.
Or like, you know? the thing is, if I actually don't know, this is very unlike me because I'm usually quite sure about how I feel about stuff, but I actually don't know how I feel about plastic surgery, in the sense that like someone like Jennifer Lopez looks good.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, whoever is your surgeon, ticks, give that person their flowers, give them a tip, because I would not know you've had work done. Yeah. You just look consistently the same as you have always looked to me. Yeah. Right? And you're right, this woman is, 50? There's no reason why she should still be looking the way she did when she was 30. Yeah. But she does to me. I'm not looking at her under a microscope. Maybe if I was up close, I'd be like, oh, but it looks good. Yeah. And so in those events, I'm like, well, yeah, if you can afford it, go for it. It's when it looks botched that you're like, and why would you hack at your face to end up with it looking? And obviously you didn't do it. This is not what you wanted to look like. But sometimes you're like, did you want to look like this? Because there is also, again, okay, I am getting on my high horse about this. Yeah. The homogeny.
Yes.
The homogeny that exists in plastic surgery faces as well. Everybody's getting the same face.
Yeah. Regardless of race.
Everyone's getting the same face.
Regardless of race, yeah.
That is scary to me. Because, like, why? Why is this why have we made this the ideal face, the ideal surgery face? And what's crazy to me is you will have children and they will have your old face. Like, you can't escape this. You can literally change and rearrange as much as you want, right? But your legacy will be your old face.
Oh, your legacy.
And if you haven't worked through, like, go back to what you were saying about the dysphoria, all of that stuff. If you don't work through that stuff, you are going to resent the return of your old face in the same way you resented it when it was on yours, and that's not nice. Yeah, and that's not fair.
That's true. That's really true.
Like, it shouldn't be already in your head. Like, oh, well, when she turns 16, we'll just get her a nose job. And
that's scary because there are a lot of girls, definitely in LA and that kind of lifestyle, that already know they've already got a surgeon planned since she turns 16.
Mummy, why don't I look like you?
Yeah. That's kind of scary because I think about like some of the Kardashian kids and then look at them, I'm like, Mum, why do you keep on changing? Like, why does your face keep on looking different?
Well, maybe it becomes actually very normal to you because that's all you know.
That is true. That is
Like,
true.
you go to see other people's mums, you're like, Mum, your mum looks old as hell. And you're like, my mum looks the age she's supposed to look.
Yeah. Like, oh, why does, like, my mom looks super young? Or, like, why does my mom's body keep on changing? Like, Kim Kardashian 5 years ago to Kim Kardashian now, wild. Completely different.
They have donated their bodies to science.
Oh, they will, probably at the end.
No, but they have. In what they have achieved,
Yeah.
science books have been written about it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And maybe that is just as important.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really interesting. I never
It's
want to
so
tell a woman
fascinating.
what she can and can't do with her body, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I have the right to do that. I just resent the pressure it puts on every other woman, and particularly women who don't move in the same circles, exist in the world as it actually is, who would do perfectly well without it, who feel like they need to get it because they think they're competing with a Kim Kardashian, and you're actually not. Like, just because your man's like, oh, Kim Kardashian, so your man couldn't get Kim Kardashian even if he wanted to. He couldn't.
Hate to break it to you.
So you stressing yourself to get that Klarna deal 2 for 1 on eyelid surgery is crazy. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
No, like, again, figure out the why. Before you have, like...
And also, you don't know if you're going to grow into your face.
It's so true, because, like, you are actually changing a feature in your body, on your face, regardless. You do not know. Your face may not work with a smaller nose. Literally, your face has been... Not to get on the high horse about being a Christian, but you have been fearfully and wonderfully made.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm kidding, like... Especially when talking about black people, like, our features are unique, but they're designed for our face. Like, it fits our face. I remember my sister going, like, I have big eyes, big nose, big mouth. Yes, they're all big, and they all work proportionally to the way the face is. That's it. If I decide to go and change my nose and make it super small, I will look odd. Then you have to go and change your lip. Then you're gonna have to go and change your eyes. You will end up having to continue changing it because it doesn't look
completely different face.
Right. Or you end up changing yourself into completely new ethnicity.
Yeah.
You go from Nigerian to God knows what. So I find plastic surgery and the conversation around it really fascinating. Maybe it's fascinating because I'm like, again, going back to the whole why thing. And also the way that trends have changed so much, and the fact that people are trying to attain it so much as well, is also what's scary. Because going back to the Kardashian thing, when 5 years ago it was about having big boobs, big butt, Coca-Cola body, and now it's about being slim but with a bit of a butt but skinny. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with either one of those body types at all, but it's the fact that we know that for Kim to get that body and to move into a different body shape, she's had to dissolve. She's had to remove her butt whatever. She's had to start taking medication. Like, it's been a dramatic change on your own body. When these actors do it for roles, that's like the strain it has on their body to do that kind of transformation when your body isn't designed like that. If you're naturally skinny, it's fine. If you're naturally big, that's fine. But like, the fact that you're trying to change it to be an aesthetic, that scares me. But a lot.
I don't. Yeah, but her business is her body. So
and that's yeah.
In her case,
it's so hard.
I think she falls under something separate, right?
Yeah.
Someone was saying about how, like, you know, Kylie lied about her lip fillers, launched her lip kit, and sold it to people as you could get lips like this, a blatant lie, and then dissolved the filler, you know, and then was like, people are saying I look old. Like, sorry, you scammed a whole bunch of people, and then you want us to feel sorry for you for a decision that you made. Also, okay, yes, you were made, you felt deeply insecure about how you looked because you happen to be in a family where your physical appearance is your business.
Yeah, true.
Her issues I understand, right?
Yeah.
I had to adhere to a beauty standard, but not that beauty standard. No one is expecting me. No one is lining me up against my 3 gorgeous sisters and being like, "Ooh,
yeah, I get that.
Are you thinking about maybe getting a bit of like, you know, like, I can't imagine what pressure that would feel like." But that is what that family have chosen to do.
True.
What I don't like is the way that what they've chosen to do is seeping into what all of the rest of us are doing and being made to feel like we have to compete in. and it's bad enough. The beauty standards are hard enough to maintain as it is. Like, I'm talking about shaving my legs, getting a new hairstyle every month, doing this, doing that. Do you know how getting your nails done? It's shut up.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Please be quiet.
Yeah.
Like
That's why sometimes it's easy to be a man. All you have to do is get a shape up and then go to Turkey to fix up the hair.
yeah, you know, get a shape up for the first 30 years of your life. Get a hair transplant.
Or go bald.
And then
get beard.
And you're living it up.
Yeah.
Even actually, forget all of that. If you happen to be over 6'2", you don't even have to worry about any of that stuff.
Oh my God.
It doesn't matter if you've got bald, you've got hair, you've got nothing.
No one can see it anyway.
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. And in a similar way, I remember I was talking to my friend. I was talking to my friend at work, and I was saying, like, he was talking about. I don't even know what we were talking about. I think we were talking about women and bodies and stuff. And I was like, oh, everyone's dissolving their butt pads. What was it? Heroin chic is in, right? Yeah. That was the phrase. And he was like, no, bums are never going to go out of fashion. And I was like, but that makes sense because black people like bums. They have always liked bums. I don't think bums are going out of fashion if you're black.
True.
But for the way that the Kardashians use that black beauty standard has gone out of fashion. Yeah. And so all the other girlies that was flocking to it are unflocking from it.
Yeah.
Like, and it will be what it will be.
And the black girls are still like, that is my look. That's my aesthetic. Like, I can't change that.
And that's fine, as long as I'm not going to be made to feel like people are calling me fat because I haven't gone on the heroin chic or I'm on the heroin chic diet, but I still have a fat ass. Like, do you know what I mean? I just feel like, and that's why. Well, not like this podcast is turning into a whole beauty podcast. There's a lot of things saying this, but like, beauty standards are cyclical. Yeah. Henry VIII was the hottest guy in the world because he was fat.
Go figure.
Being fat meant you had money.
Yeah.
Then being skinny meant that you was healthy. Yeah. Then going to the gym meant that you was desirable. Like, they change all the time. I think you just need to find what makes you feel comfortable and you feel happy. The place where you feel good about yourself and stay there. Because if you start chasing these trends, you're going to make yourself ill. Yeah. And that's it. That is it. There's no two ways about it. And I know there will be people who are being like, oh, well, if you've been naturally thin your whole life, you'll never understand. Maybe I see it in a very different way to you because at one point, the way I looked was in, then it went out of fashion, now suddenly it's back in again, and it will go out of fashion again, and it will go in. I don't look like this because it was in fashion. I just happen to look like this. As with everyone I know just happens to look how they look. And there has been periods throughout of our lives where I've been like, wow, tits are in it, and you got them. Bum is in it, you got that. Curvy girl, you're in. All of those things, like it
honestly is. So please,
just get your life.
Yeah, get your life and love yourself.
Get your life.
Honestly, because Kardashians will come and go. Celebrities will come and go. But you, if you're happy with yourself, it would not matter at all. And then, get your feet right. Sound like I'm on pop the balloon.
First of all, don't wear ugly shoes.
Get your toes looking good. No, I'm really kidding. I'm just joking. Like, really, when you love yourself, no one can tell you anything.
No one can tell you
anything.
And the craziest thing about it is you will find what you're looking for.
It's true.
You'll find what you're looking for. Because as homogenous as we are presenting currently, people don't even really be liking that stuff the way they say that they like that stuff. I'm only saying I like it because I heard that I'm supposed to say I like it. But you heard Shoshanna the other day, the hottest thing a man can wear is a wool coat. I bet you weren't expecting that.
No, when you said funeral. Funeral chic. I'd like a guy in a black suit, a black jacket,
and a black jacket. He's going to a funeral, that's fine.
He just looks very put together. That's good for me.
Exactly.
Cool.
And it doesn't matter if you're slim, thick, slim, head whatever. Small. You are wearing, as long as you've got that black coat, black shirt, black trousers on, she's yours. And that's it.
That's it. Anyway. Honestly, take an ugly guy, put him in black, and the points
now you got to meet him ugly.
No, you're honestly you stepped up a little.
Everybody steps up a little when they're just nice.
Yeah,
everyone steps up a little.
That's nice. What it starts to kind of balance out the whole like, oh, you're fit. The reason I put my balloon is because you're fit. You're fit. Even though I absolutely hate that because you can always change your fit.
Yeah, like, do you think he's going to wear this to your wedding? What are you
Come
talking about?
on, girl.
But some of those people do be coming out and you're like, this man would absolutely wear this to meet your
Yeah,
parents. He
that's
would
the
not think
thing.
twice about this
Yeah.
outfit.
Especially if the fit doesn't match your age, like you're coming dressed in a tracksuit and you're 45.
No,
Go
it
home.
does track your age. It tells me exactly who you are.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's
It tells
true.
you, and I feel that about clothes. Clothes is storytelling.
Yeah.
You are telling me stuff about yourself in the clothes that you wear.
The way you dress is there's always a meaning behind it. Honestly, I know you can't see it, but Marnie's an amazing dresser, stylist. Like, she just has so much style.
Stop, girl. More.
And the one thing that Marnie cannot do. No, one thing Marnie can do is take a compliment and run with it.
I'll eat for days.
You know where? Whereas like us girlies be like, oh thanks, no worries. Oh, I just got it from Primark. You be like, yep, yeah. Tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I ate.
Literally, I can't help it.
Jesus.
I can't help it.
Jesus.
But that is maybe I was thinking about this because but we had a conversation about a colleague.
Okay.
Where we acknowledged that their presentation,
like aesthetically,
could be more polished.
Okay.
And in the conversation, I said, I don't know whether it is our place, right?
Yeah.
Because we're colleagues and we're not friends.
Yeah.
To tell somebody at work, the person I was talking to said, I genuinely think that her prospects would improve from this information. And I said, as a person who puts a lot of value, or did in the past, put a lot of value in my personality and in my intelligence, a lot more value on that than I did on my appearance. Yeah. Somebody's telling me that the reason why I won't get X is because I don't look good would really, really fuck with me.
Yeah, okay.
And that has happened to me before.
Yeah. And
I did grow from that, but it was not a pleasant experience, and I actually wouldn't wish that on my enemy.
Yeah.
And so I said, what you don't want to do for this colleague, I know her well enough to know that's how she would take it. I don't think you can have that conversation with her like that. I think you need to sell it to her as... I mean, I don't know. I was even thinking, like, as we were talking, I was like... it became a topic with my friends in the office about, like, how do you have a conversation like that? And she was like, even if I had a friend, unless they were like, they looked more like shit than usual, right?
Yeah.
Where I'd be like, hey, are you okay? Yeah. I would never say anything.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, starting with the colleagues part, like, you're right. We're colleagues, we're not friends, we're not family. I don't think even with my siblings, I would even tell them, like, yeah, if you shaped up a bit in terms of your appearance, you'll get more in life. I think that's so out of place to tell someone. And I definitely wouldn't say it like that.
No, this was in sorry, she wasn't in live. Yeah. This was in reference to she was going to a job interview.
Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't say in that way, but on the job interview part, I think it may make it a bit easier to be able to have that conversation because it's with a purpose in mind or with a goal in mind. Like, one of the things that could help in terms of like this process, because it's not an easy process at all, is like making sure that your outfit's kind of like aligned to the companies that you're applying for, and maybe you can position it in that way. But it is really hard to kind of say like your dress is holding you back, or like the way you dress is holding you back. But the other thing I've learned, and I kind of learned from you as well, is like, well, we went, this was years ago. Like, this is, I think we were in secondary school. We went to go and buy dresses for...
prom.
I think it was a prom. And you gave me advice of like, oh, wear something that you wouldn't expect. Because the stuff I was putting out, I know, like,
it's giving Mother Mary. I remember those pictures. The
It
dresses were giving Mother Mary.
It wasn't eating at all. And then there was another dress that I ended up buying, and I was like, I don't really think of myself. And I put it on, and you were like, oh, you should wear it, or you told me to try it because it's not something that I would have pulled out. And I tried it. I thought, oh, it was nice. And sometimes I think about that when I like go. I don't shop a lot, I'll be honest. But sometimes when I think about that, like, oh, think about something that you wouldn't necessarily want to wear or you wouldn't think is your style because it may surprise you. So I feel like also the whole point.
Oh my god, that's such a cute story. I'm actually so cute.
I hate you
I can't
so
believe
much.
you so much. Like, I'm really just out here giving people gems of knowledge.
I hate you. Oh, we weren't even friends like that. The thing
We weren't even friends like that. That was just me casually just dropping like,
honestly,
here's some advice, girl. And I never even remembered that. That's how minute it was to me.
No, yeah. But I always feel about that. Like one day, like if I'm trying within dresses, like what if I try to dress that I don't think is gonna eat, and it actually does eat on my body?
But you know what it is?
But I mean, I know what kind of works a bit more now.
I think that you.
Go on.
By the way, to say this that isn't gonna make you embarrassed. I think you have a secretly fantastic body.
Oh.
And I feel like you like deliberately like try and dress it down. And so I feel like
I look down. I'm wearing the baggiest jumper you've ever seen in your life.
I feel like you could go to 10, but you choose not to. And I don't listen. I'm not knocking it. I don't knock it at all because it's whatever. I do feel like wear something you wouldn't usually wear, but wear something that you would feel comfortable in. If you try something that you wouldn't wear on, and you are like, I can see how this is hot, but there's too much of me exposed, or like I will be thinking about this the whole night. Like if it falls down, then don't wear it. Yeah. I feel like your clothes are being confident in your clothes. It comes from 100% from being comfortable in them. So I would never be like wear something that makes you uncomfortable. Yeah.
And I think that's probably, to your point, that's probably where my style is, because it's like it has to be comfortable, and it doesn't necessarily always be the thing that will eat like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I did that time, but like it's not the thing that's gonna eat the most, but I will feel the most comfortable.
But one thing about Shoshanna is she will eat down at her wedding, because I would not let her leave that wedding shop without wearing a secretly hot dress. And I'll tell all our other friends to just act like it. Just act normal when you see it. Don't let your eyes pop out your head. Just be normal, so that she thinks it's a normal dress. Then when the wedding photos happen, she puts them on Instagram. Everyone's like, "What? Fine. I didn't know you could
have my boobs
I didn't
out.
know you ate like that, Shoshanna." I'll be like, yeah.
I can't have my boobs out like that.
I never said. Who said boobs out? See, you're jumping straight to boobs out. I never said that. I said you've got a fantastic body. That's top and bottom. I never said just boobies.
Yeah, but I also don't want my butt out either.
The butt is not out. The butt is just, hugged. It's hugged.
Yeah, but
the shape is shaping.
Yeah, but also I don't really like walking down the aisle. Everyone's like, there.
Yes, that's what the wedding is about.
Have you seen that? There's a video of Thames who
her body is crazy.
Her body is nuts. So she's on the red carpet, front view. Everyone's taking snaps up, going Thames. Yes, Thames. Then Thames does a side profile. Someone says, "Holy smokes!" You can actually hear it because her body is unreal.
I did the same thing when I had only ever seen her from like this neck up, and then I said, "Oh, okay."
Oh my god! And there's no plastic surgery involved in that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
you couldn't build this.
Yeah,
even
exactly.
if you wanted to build this, you couldn't build this.
So, yeah, honestly, I can't believe. Back to your friend. Back to your friend.
Colleague.
Back to your colleague, because you're right. Your colleague doesn't always mean they're not your friends.
Who?
There's only a few colleagues in my whole career, 10 plus years career, that I will count as friends. So, in that instance, if the goal is this is going to help you in terms of getting a job interview, I would be able to position it in that way. And also doing the thing that you did kind of with me was like you complimented me. Well, no, actually, maybe you didn't. Yeah, you complimented me with something that I wouldn't have expected, but also that complimenting something that she has worn that is nice. Because I think sometimes when you get those kind of compliments,
it helps shape.
Yeah, and I know that's someone will be like, oh, that's like manipulation. It's not. It's just saying like these are the
you're manipulating her.
There was one time. So at my house, I have like photo frames of like people, my friends, my family, and usually there's a photo frame right at the front. You come to my house, like in the right
right
when you enter.
When you come to my house.
I swapped them out. I told someone that, and they were like, "Oh, that's quite manipulative." I'm like, "Excuse me." I'm like, "It's not manipulative. It's me showing."
No, because you're telling those people when they come to your house that they're your number ones, and then as soon as they leave, you're like, "Anyway, next one."
No, that's why I realised I need to get a digital photo frame because I want you to know you're important to me. That it's almost like I'm welcoming you in, as if like you're.
It's like a
talk show
nice,
thing, you know,
touching.
Yeah.
What's it? Feature to your house to come in and see a picture of yourself at someone's house.
Yeah.
But when you know that person's gonna swap it out the minute you leave, it does shake you to your core. It's chilling, actually.
Don't worry, you're in the staple ones. There's a couple of staple photos already there. But for the guest, I try and find a photo of us two together, me and the person. I'm like, look, I want you to know you're my guest in my home today. But I really does sound.
I care about you.
I care about you. But I think like you're giving them like positive affirmation of what they're doing right, and then you can kind of like ignore the things that they're not doing.
When they wear clothes you don't like, you just don't talk to them that day. And then when they do wear clothes you like
that trouser looks so nice on you, or you know. Oh, this is such a nice outfit with the thing that you wore yesterday.
If only you'd worn this yesterday instead of the other thing you wore.
No, you know what? You need to pair that jacket with this trouser. Ease.
Girl, I did not know you owned this jacket. You should wear it with the trousers you wore yesterday. Why are you giving me such in-depth advice about my outfit? Because if I think about vice versa, if I was walking into the office and someone was going, I love those shoes, if you should have worn them with the skirt you wore.
Oh yeah, because that'd be mad.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Okay, that is mad.
Maybe but I get what you mean, because people do that though, naturally.
Yeah.
When someone wears something you like, and you go, oh my god, I love your skirt.
Yeah.
You don't do it every day when they come into the office because you don't love all those.
Yeah, true.
You love this one.
Yeah.
And that obviously will go into that person's head and go, oh yeah, I like this skirt, and other people like this skirt. Maybe it's a good skirt.
Yeah.
So
there's some outfits that I remember from work that I've been complimented on, and I just like. I keep them in the back of my mind, so every now and again I would just roll out that same outfit. And I sometimes get the compliments again. I'm like, oh, this is nice. I'm like, this is a good job.
Like, today I need compliments. Yeah. I'm going to put my compliment outfit on. Compliment me, please.
No.
Yeah, it was a. So it has.
Yeah. So how did you guys work around that conversation, or were you still just discussing, but no one's going up to her?
No, the person no longer works at our company.
Okay.
Right? That's why they're going to job interviews.
That makes it even easier.
The colleague I was talking to was like, I'm going to message her and ask her what she's going to wear to the interview, because they were talking about the interview. It's not like just out of the blue.
Okay.
And our old colleague replied that she was going to wear a black dress and some tights, and then I had said, maybe we should go shopping. Like, to the person I was talking to, and she said, yes, I'm going to suggest to her a shopping day. Then, 10 o'clock at night, I get a notification on my phone. I'm in a group.
Yeah.
Fancy shopping day.
Okay.
And I said, did you tell her that you told me about this? Or is she going to be like, I thought you and I was going shopping?
Okay, so what? Who's the third?
Why is everyone in the office coming to be like,
oh god,
don't wear that, ill.
Oh my god.
So then I was like, oh fuck, what do I do? I also don't think I need to.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you advice and I'm.
Yeah, why am I being?
Why am I in it? So now the three of us are going shopping, and we're getting burgers afterwards.
Well, this could be your.
I mean, it is a good idea that I'm there because.
Yeah, you got a style. You can help.
Also, low-key, was I excited at the idea of dressing someone? Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
I'm super excited. But she is a very stubborn person.
Okay.
And I don't imagine that we will end up getting to a consensus.
Maybe that's what the other friend brought you.
She was like, well, the other friend brought me because she thinks that the other colleague is obsessed with her.
Okay.
And it's like, if we go just the two of us, it's going to feel like a thing, so you should come.
Okay.
And also I like clothes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to know what the listeners think about this. Like, is it manipulative? Is it mean? Is there a nicer way of doing that? I'm so curious because I think like stuff like stuff like appearance and hygiene
Yeah.
do not feel like workplace conversations, but equally if they are affecting your work, and I guess in this case, I don't know how to describe. Her appearance is detrimental. I will say that.
Do you think?
I
Okay.
think sometimes when she would come into the office, I would just think, you look like you've just rolled out of bed, and you're coming into like a meeting with everybody. Yeah. Like I would do that on like a Thursday when no one was in the office. I mean, I would never do that. That's the thing. I would never do that. No, but I wouldn't, because I on a really basic level, as I'm sure you've absorbed on a really basic level, as a black woman, you don't get to have, I'm just rolling in with my bonnet today. No, I'm not rolling in with my bonnet today. I have to make sure my hair is presentable. Yeah. Not even just for work, just because I'm going to encounter other black people outside.
It's true. Like, even, I've worked in companies where it was like predominantly white, and I always thought I could get away with it, but in my soul, I would know that my edges are not laid. And I would know that my hair looks not, like, doesn't look the way that I would like it to. And then I've then worked in environments where it's like more black people, and you know when you have a bad hair day because their eyes roll up.
I didn't really need those.
Their eyes roll right up to, yeah.
Yeah, there was just a general vibe of scruffy-ness. And a part of me was like, this is white mediocrity at its finest. Like, you're somehow allowed to sit at the same table as the rest of us, even though you look a mess. I could never do that. And I'm not gonna lie, there was a period of time where I was just like, I'm quite resentful of it, actually, because I was like, not because I thought someone should tell her off at all, but like that you don't realise that you should look presentable at work. You're not. And I was when I was like, maybe she's really young, and it's like, she's not. She's like the same age as me.
Oh really? Yeah, girl.
Or like a year younger than me. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't know that already. And then I remember there's one time we were talking in the office about chocolate, and people were talking about how like, oh, love chocolate, but I basically can't have it in the house because if I have like it in the house, I'm going to eat the whole thing. And she's like, well, what's wrong with you eating the whole thing? It's like, oh, it's really bad for my skin. It's like, who cares about that? And like, again, not to say that everybody needs to be obsessed with their skin all the time, but like that just showed me like, oh, on a really basic level, it wouldn't bother me to look physically unwell if I'm enjoying what I'm enjoying.
She's just gone back to our previous segment when we said, be you, love you, do you.
100%.
She's just doing her.
And that's what she's, exactly, and she's doing her. But then you have to remember, going back to our previous conversation, the previous segment, that you exist in a world where there are standards, right? Yeah. And while, yes, I don't agree that we should be having to be at Kim Kardashian standards, there is still a beauty standard to adhere to, and you are not even meeting basic. You're not even meeting basic. So is it unreasonable for people to say, "Hey, iron your shirt, wash your hair, like your shoes are wrecked." Just, and obviously there is also, she was not the highest paid person in the office. So on a basic level, you have to have a conversation about, what's the word? I want to say class, but it's not class, right? But in some ways it is in the sense of like, I'm a person on a certain band of salary telling you, a person on a much lower band of salary, that you should look like me. With what money? With what money? Did you look like you when you had the money I was on? It's like,
we made it work.
First of all, I was never on the money that you're on, sweetheart.
No, I just like, but even in those periods, we always make it work.
You have to.
You have to be resourceful, girl.
You have to, because the same people that you're gonna beg for a pay rise from are the same people that you're showing them that you could give two shits about the job, because you're coming in like, oh, do you know what, fuck it.
And it's so frustrating that is the case, and the industry that we're in is most industries are very aesthetically driven.
But most industries, I think the creative industries are worse because we don't have to wear formal clothes.
No,
So the spectrum of what you can wear to work is so wide that I feel like that's why there is space for someone to maybe miss the mark.
I agree.
And think, Marnie's wearing jeans and a t-shirt, but Marnie's wearing a very particular t-shirt and a very particular pair of jeans. Like, they're not jeans that I slept in.
It's true, because even I've had to change like even my dress as well.
They're not jeans with a hole in the crotch.
Go.
Because you've had them for 15 years.
Go. Like,
You know?
like, there's been times when I think in previous jobs, I would wear, like, blazers, nice formal trousers, and I'll get the look like, ooh, where are you going?
Yeah,
like,
you're not even dressed.
If you dress, there was definitely a company I worked on, if you dress formally, you either come from a job interview or you're about to go to one. And that was, like a weird thing. So now I would just wear, like,
or you're going to a work meeting.
Or you're going to a very, formal work meeting.
Yeah, you're going to a work meeting with people that were outside of the company.
Yeah, exactly. But then throughout my career, I've had to adapt it. So I still love wearing blazers because I'm like, I never worked in, like, a bank or, like, in, like, corporate America where you could eat with the suits or, like, in Canary Wharf. I never did that. But I still like the idea of, like, wearing a blazer. Going back to my black jacket, black top.
Basically, this is Shoshanna just ended up working in the wrong industry. She wants to be in the TV show industry. That's what she wants.
Actual show industry. So, like, I would wear a blazer with a pair of jeans and a top and trainers, and I feel like I'm doing a bit of smart casual.
No,
which you can.
I don't think that's.
You could actually do that.
100%. Yesterday we were talking about this. When we were talking about this close conversation, I was like, the solution is not that hard, right?
Yeah.
I like clothes.
Yeah.
Right? I enjoy the part of my day in the morning where I'm like, what am I going to wear? That's fun to me. If you don't like that, or if you're like, I just don't care about this, I don't want to spend too much time on this, give yourself a uniform.
True.
Like, tell yourself, okay, what I do is I wear a blazer, t-shirt, jeans, boots. That's what I wear. And then you just buy 5 nice t-shirts.
Sounds like Steve Harvey.
No, 100%. 100%.
Literally, you need
3 blazers,
yeah,
2 pairs of jeans, 2 boots.
Done. Honestly, like,
switch those out whenever you want. They'll always be presentable.
Yeah.
Keep them. I remember I mentioned this in the office. I was like, every every Saturday I do a wash and like iron my clothes. And she was like, you iron your clothes? And I was like, yes.
I mean, I don't iron my clothes. But
I know.
But most of my clothes are like not needed an iron.
I found this. I found out from this conversation.
Yeah.
Lots of people don't iron their clothes. I enjoy it because that's when I'm like, okay, so I've got these are the things I've got this week. I'm gonna put this with this. I'm gonna put this with this. I plan my wardrobe a week in advance.
Do you?
Yeah, I like wash all my stuff. When I put it in a wardrobe, I put it in outfit.
Oh my gosh, that's so organised.
So everything, if you go in my wardrobe now, everything is with whatever it goes with.
Yeah.
And then the stuff that's not with something is like, this is a project.
Yeah.
What does this need to go with?
Good.
That's how I organise my wardrobe. But that's because this is an activity I enjoy doing. If I didn't enjoy doing it, I would go, these jeans, this jumper, these jeans, this jumper, these jeans, this jumper, and just make them things I can switch up and leave it there. Yeah. So I'm never having to be like, but this doesn't go with this, because I've deliberately created a wardrobe where everything kind of goes with everything. True. And then it won't be that you have to wash and iron all of your clothes every week. You would just have a set thing. I think there's an answer to everything. There's a colleague in my work who does a blazer and a shirt and jeans and boots, and she always looks great.
It's simple.
Blazer is tailored, shirt is tailored, jeans fit, boots are clean.
Bare minimum, girl. Bare minimum.
No, but like it looks classy when your clothes fit your body. It looks classy. Sometimes that's all you need to do. You don't have to go and buy something that's £250 that is going to be hanging off you and make you look like a ghost. Buy something that is good quality that fits you. Yeah, you don't have to worry.
You don't. I mean, I think it's good that you're going to that girl's fancy shopping trip, even though you don't want to. I think you're gonna.
It feels like a HR violation, but she doesn't work here anymore, so I'm hoping nothing bad happens.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think like half of that is easy because she's not at the company. Yeah. Whereas has she been there? I mean, I still don't think it'll be awkward, but it just will also be like you guys knowing something that she doesn't, and that's a bit.
Yeah, she did message me and be like, "What's going on?"
That's fine. At least I think it was fine. I think you'll have a good time and you're going to have burgers, so what's the point?
A part of me feels like maybe I won't go and then I'll leave the two of them together.
Diabolical.
I am diabolical.
That's diabolical.
I am.
Are you trying to be a matchmaker? This is not a thing.
No, it's no.
Okay, then I think you should go.
No,
Save that girl. Save the other girl.
My
Save both girls. One girl because of her fashion, and one girl because she doesn't want to be in an awkward situation.
My friend at work was like, you have to buy something as well when you go, otherwise she's going to become really suspicious. And I was like, I probably was going to buy something.
Oh, okay, cool.
I will probably buy something. I'm going to go to the shop and watch you buy stuff and I didn't buy nothing. No. If I see something I like, I'm buying it.
Yeah. And I also I was thinking about it, like the only other way around it is just
we pin her down and we change her face.
You just with time. Like with time, she'll finally get it. But I know
that's not helping her.
But not in this situation with the job interview thing, and it being pending, a bit more pressing. Maybe not. But I think about my sister, who I love dearly. But there was a period of time where she loved like super long nails and fingernails, and she also did her makeup in a certain type of way. Like she caked it on, and we would just make jokes about like the makeup. I'm going to talk about the makeup specifically, but she'll cake it on because, you know, as black girls, we used to struggle with the foundation. Like, we really did. Foundation shade we struggled with. So she'll cake it on, and it usually was, like, completely different shade from her neck to her face. And we'll make jokes like, she's gone into a different ethnicity. And she was, like, she'll get it's a joke. But over time, she was like, oh, Shoshanna, I cannot believe the kind of makeup I used to do before. And when I tell you my sister can do makeup and eat, like, she could be a makeup artist. And she would tell me now, like, can you believe the type of makeup?
But she can only do that now because she did that then.
True, that is true. But
you sometimes you have to like strike out.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about this when we talked about that yesterday as well. And one of my colleagues was like, when he was younger, he used to wear one glove.
Why in the Michael Jackson is this?
He was like, oh, like, you couldn't tell me I didn't eat. And I was like, that's the thing. When you're younger, you really are putting your shit on and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, wait till these people see you. Yeah. And then you look back at the pictures, you're like, what the fuck?
What was I
like,
doing?
But you wouldn't have got to where you are now if you didn't have those experiments and like try those things and feel confident trying those things to try the stuff that came later.
True.
Because if you were scared the whole time, you'd be still dressing how you dressed when you was in school.
Yeah.
And it'll be looking weird because you're 15 years older than that person.
True. Yeah, so save that girl. She will need that help, but you're doing a good thing.
I'm doing something for God.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the thing to get me over the line. I'm gonna make it to heaven now.
Oh my gosh. This is not the plan of what we're gonna talk about, but should we just jump straight into pop culture news?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. We're gonna have a very music heavy pop culture news.
Okay.
So firstly, music news wise, Beyonce has been voted. No, she was announced as like the greatest artist of the 21st century by Billboard. And it was a running list that included the likes of Kendrick Lamar, included Taylor Swift. I think Taylor Swift got to number 2. What's your thoughts?
Cool. I mean, it's indisputable.
It is true though.
Like, it's indisputable. She is. Like, you cannot take that from her.
Yeah.
As interesting as Taylor Swift is, Taylor Swift, I mean, I don't know, I'm not a fan of hers. I don't know what Taylor Swift has done for the culture. But my culture, as in the world that I exist in, there was before Beyonce and there was after Beyonce. It's that simple.
I'm so sorry.
It's that simple.
Like, even with the Destiny Child stuff, like, there's so much impact that she's had over the last 20 plus years.
She dropped that first single and everyone wanted to be her. And they still do want to be her.
True.
Do you know how hard it is to maintain?
Yeah. Actually, her first single was, we gotta work it out. And then she changed it to...
And I still wanted to be that girl as well.
Yeah, she was great in that thing. I was listening to a song by Kelly Rowland. There was this TikTok account called Pop Rewind that's like brings in songs from like yesteryear. And there was a song by Kelly Rowland, and I was like, wow. Kelly Rowland was gonna... When she first came out, she was like the biggest star of that group. And then Beyonce came in, it was like, poof. But we're not comparing the girlies because
What song was it?
It was called Can't Nobody.
Oh yeah, I know that song, yeah.
And when I heard it, I was like, oh my god, just taking me back to a time. Like, honestly, the early 2000s, the music, like, we were only like 8, 9, 10, 11, like... But the music at that time, it was different.
It was different.
It was
like,
different.
It was, I don't, like, maybe we're just like old fogies doing that thing where you're like, back in my day, but like...
But really...
the music was eating.
Honestly.
It was
like,
eating down.
You had Kelly, you had Aaliyah, you had you had Ashanti, Missy Elliott, you had even Sierra at that time, like, you had so many people.
This beat is automatic, supersonic, hypnotic, funky, fresh. Why do we still know the lyrics?
That's
the
the
songs
thing.
weren't good.
That's the thing. But the song of today, I cannot tell you any lyric. Like,
I'm working late.
Cause I'm a singer. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Honestly. You know, there's one artist that I think you will like.
Who's
like,
it?
you were seeing her.
Don't you?
Yeah. Honestly, when I see her, I'm like, she looks like
you're right.
She's a young Azealia Banks. And also, like, I saw her, like, she was in a performance on, was it Stephen Colbert? Or one of the late night shows. And you can tell she's a musical kid. Because she just has so much persona to her. But she reminds me of what Azealia Banks could.
Now don't, because I feel like they got into it.
Did they?
I think so.
Sorry, I feel like
you haven't made it until Azealia Banks has dragged you on the
true
internet.
say. So and the girl's been Dochi's been nominated for Best New Artist at the
she should get
Grammys,
it.
and I think she should get it. But yeah, when
because she's been out for a hot minute.
Yeah, she has. But I fell into her TikTok and I was like, the person who would love this, because this girl reminds me so much of Azealia Banks. You would love this.
I feel attacked. The way you said you.
But you, it's because like her vibe, her.
Who likes Azealia Banks? You.
But that's the thing. I think because she was reminding me of Azealia Banks,
really cool.
And she reminded me of that other girl. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. She did that really cool video. So unhelpful. Not Miss Banks. Oh my god, what's her name? She was. I think she was on top. No, I think she was on Top Boy.
Oh, I know who you mean. Damn.
She's a rapper and
yes.
she was on Top Boy. I'm gonna just Google it because it will tell me. Rapper Top Boy.
Maybe it is Miss something.
Is Miss Little Sims. So we're close to the Miss. Little Sims. Little Sims.
I think
yeah.
she's just called Sims now.
Oh, they're just Sims. Okay, but yeah, that's.
She don't look no more.
Let me see. Let me check. Let me just write Sims and see what happens. Not the game. Still Little Sims.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of. So yeah, that was my first musical news, and then the second thing that was the second thing I wanted to check with you.
Did she?
Yeah. I'm making my eyes on her. I think she's really cool, and I think her raps are really fun.
Yeah, she's on what's his name's new album? Tyler the Creator.
Okay, I feel like her and Kendrick would also like vibe well.
Yeah, Kendrick's going on tour with SZA.
Yeah, I saw that. Would you go?
Yes, of course I would go, but we're not going to get tickets. I don't believe it for a second that we'll get them because they're all sold out.
I mean, when I saw it, I was like, I don't know a lot of Kendrick songs. I think we talked about it one day. But I am
actually a Kendrick stan.
Yeah.
I think.
Are you okay?
I put my hands up and accept that I'm a Kendrick stan.
Okay, so because I feel like I'm a secretly Stormzy stan.
Ew.
Whatever. But the thing is, I did say in my head, like, watching Kendrick sing Not Like Us 6 times in a stadium, I will go for that. Just for him to go...
Just
dun, 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 dun.
It's going to be 70% white people.
Yeah. I can imagine that. I can imagine that. But then...
Just understand that you'll be in the crowd hearing them say, nigger!
Oh, okay, let me prepare myself for that. Bruh, let me prepare myself for that.
I'm sorry. I would go home.
Yeah, like...
I would actually take my ass home.
The way... Because I know... Do you know what? It would depend where I'm positioned in that stadium. If I'm seated in the seated seats, I don't think I'm gonna care. But if I'm standing, if I'm in the I'm saying that not like I'm not gonna care because I do care.
I'll stay sat.
But if I'll just stay sat, I'll be looking. My eyes will be like open,
darting around the room.
But then if I was in the what's the one on the ground,
standing
in the standings, the stores, and people are there moving and shoving, like, you know what happens in stores, and then they're also saying the N-word. And they don't look like me, and they're not like us.
It must be really hard to be white and like rap music.
Yeah, I agree.
It must be really hard, because
like,
I don't know how you don't say it.
Because even, like, you have Post Malone, but Post Malone went country. Because he was like, I can't.
The other one as well.
Jack Harlow. He was in...
do Frank Sinatra songs.
Honestly. And there was a real thought piece, someone made a comment about this on TikTok, like, when you're a white artist, you can really merge into different genres.
Do whatever you want.
Like, I think someone said, do you remember the time when people thought Pink was black?
I always thought she was black at the beginning.
Same.
But you obviously don't know whether someone's black or not.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Every day you're like, is that...
No. But there was that time. And then, like, the fact that Miley Cyrus is able to, like, come into her, like, black.
Yes, but sorry, Bangers is actually a Bangers album.
It was, but that's mainly because of the producer. What's his name? Not Will I Am.
But Will I Am did something.
He did some stuff, but there was another guy who was like really instrumental. But then she was able to just like flip back into pop, which I prefer her in, or go back into country, which I think she's best suited for.
I think she should go back to Bangers.
No, I don't think she should.
Cut your hair off again.
No, I don't think she can. I don't think she can do it.
No, I don't think she can. I think that was a moment in time. She's too grown up to be able to do that as shamelessly as she did it.
Yeah, that period.
You have to be a child to do that.
Yeah, and you ruined Robin Thicke's career. Like that whole thing just changed everything. So.
Well, you should have hopped on a song that was about. Oh, I just can't tell whether she wants it or not.
True, yeah, as well.
Also, it's not his fault. Me Too was kicking off as well.
Yeah.
If Me Too wasn't already kicking off, he would have been fine. 10 years earlier, that song would have slapped. You would have seen people playing that at school discos.
It's true.
No shame whatsoever at weddings, at funerals.
So yeah, I just think, it's easy for white artists to be able to jump out of genres when they don't want to feel the heat. And like Jack Harlow, I bet you now in 5 years' time he'll be doing pop. But don't you think
they have to jump out of those? They have to jump because it's giving flop.
True.
It's like, do I stay being a white rapper when I'm not to Eminem?
That's also true. Because
why even bother?
What other white artists have been able to get the success as Eminem? What other white rapper has been able to achieve?
Kanye. Got him.
Oh my gosh.
He's not black, he's Kanye.
That was OJ. I'm not black, I'm just OJ.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the same.
Yeah, true.
He's not black, he's Kanye. The slaves wanted to be enslaved. Oh my God. Okay, what kind of... You have to have a slave mentality to want to be enslaved.
When I'm telling you, there will be books written about Kanye. There will be books right next to the books about the Kardashians. Literally, like that whole era, this whole era that we're in, is full of history books. Literally,
we are living in history times.
Literally, you're gonna have a period where like Donald Trump was president twice.
Hey.
You're gonna have a period where Kanye was just Kanye went off. He was like the greatest artist of all time. He went to Ye. He became gospel. He went back to being Ye. The whole thing, mind you.
Where is he actually? Because I feel like his blood would have been boiling to hear everyone talk about Kendrick as like he's that guy.
True.
There's no one touching him.
I think
this used to be you.
Someone is either he's got a good team around him that's really trying to help him. Because I don't know. But we know who's really going through it at the moment. Drake. And Lil Wayne. But Drake.
Why did you say it like that?
Have you not watched interviews?
It's stuck in my head.
Have you not watched the Soulja Boy interview?
Yeah, no, but why did he say it like that? It's stuck in whenever anyone says Drake, that's all I hear.
Because I think, because he was describing the kids. Like,
Drake,
the man. I can never say it, honestly. Because Soulja Boy, again, people also stepped on Soulja Boy. Because Soulja Boy had lines.
He had moments.
He had kissed me through the phone. He was like, don't you realise he stole my flow?
I used to sing in the record. Now he's singing on the record.
It's the same flow. Iconic. Honestly, iconic.
To be fair, oh my God, rappers are just a particular kind of person, honestly. And like it's so entertaining and so like mad as well.
Yeah,
like so mad.
So yeah, I think Drake's gone through it because he actually sued, or he's in the process of suing
Universal Music.
The
UMG.
UMG, for potentially inflating the sales of Not Like Us and the streams. The streams, because apparently we didn't want to listen to that song because that song didn't just blow up the whole summer and continues to, and then he's gonna bring it back for Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's why he's suing them now. He's like, no, I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Mind you, he's not even suing because Kendrick called him a paedophile.
No, because
So, and I have to say...
He's smart enough to know that suing Kendrick would be the bad move here.
Yeah.
Because the public already hate you.
Yeah.
But he's not smart enough to know that suing UMG and exposing the way that all major labels pay Spotify to boost their major artists' music... Including Drake, is going to blow up in his face as well.
Yeah.
And how are you going to prove it?
He's truly not like us.
No, he's not. It's just
truly not like us.
oh, you guys have made me. If you guys didn't do that, then nobody would have listened to Not Like Us.
Come on.
Being serious.
I have to give it to Charlamagne the God because he guessed this months.
What, that he's gonna see?
Yeah, he was like, because I think going back to that ridiculous man Andrew Schultz, who was there saying racist things about black women to shits and gigs. But anyway, Andrew Schultz asked Charlamagne, like, what do you think is next for Drake? And Charlamagne said lawsuit. He's going to do a lawsuit. And he predicted this months ago.
Well,
look at that.
He can do the lawsuit. He should do the lawsuit. He's got nothing else to do.
True. Like, honestly, Drake,
he's got nothing else.
You could
to do,
take such a really nice hiatus. Like, you've made your money.
Do some work.
Yeah,
actually.
Go
back to your work.
Yeah,
and stop fighting with people.
Yeah.
And maybe sit down and get in the booth and write a song by yourself for once.
Yeah. Oh. Drake is getting strays even when.
No, he's made himself a clown.
He really has.
He's made himself a clown. Sorry. And the lawsuit, like, the things he's claiming in the lawsuit. Honestly, the lawsuit has some claims in it that they're to the same unfounded degree that their diss tracks had.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's maybe misunderstanding that you can't do what you did on the diss track in a court of law.
Yeah.
And if the judge decides to throw this out, that's that.
Yeah.
So you did this for what?
Bans.
Like, what he's doing right now could either make or break him.
Oh, yeah, true. True. Because
his reputation is short.
It's done.
But this could actually make or break his career, period, now.
Because you're now trying to deal with the industry. You're now trying to battle the industry. And the industry, as we know, can blacklist people like that. Honestly. And they've been kind to you. They've really been kind to him. So, anyway. Last thing about music, before we talk about our review of the week, is our Spotify/Apple raps.
Because I don't use Spotify. I'm not like other girls.
Because you're not like us, I get it.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make my merch for the podcast be like, I'm not like other girls.
No, I definitely, you could do that. I also the mention talk too much. I do. Yeah. Because when you said it, I didn't know, and then I saw it.
It's so funny.
In 4K, I saw it, and I was like, wow, Marnie was very right.
Also, what happened to like mystery?
Yeah, true.
Like, where's the mystery, baby? You talk.
But do you know what?
All of your business, and I don't need to know it. In
that particular situation, I was very grateful.
Yeah, that was different.
That was very different. But...
You know, we'll get into it on Rivals. The less you know about a man, the hotter he is to you, and the more you know about him, the less hotter he becomes.
Yeah, that's true.
Because then you learn he's crazy and dumb.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna also talk about our Spotify/Apple Wrapped replays of the year, because it just came out. I'm gonna start with Spotify. I'm gonna start with my Spotify Wrapped, and then you can just jump in with your Apple stuff as well.
One sec.
So I'm literally opening this live because I didn't look at it before coming, or like I didn't look at the majority of it before coming.
Okay.
So we'll skip through that. Life does move fast. So I played 518 songs this year, which sounds pitiful in comparison to your
3,518.
The hell?
I just
don't even understand. Like, what have you like?
How have I found the time?
Yeah,
I listen to music all day.
But I think also I'm a big replayer as well. Like as long as I like a song, I will just rinse it out. Yeah, I'm not that adventurous to find new artists.
I think I'm like that because, well, maybe I'm like that with artists more so because Kate Trinado I think would have been in my top songs last year as well. And Beyonce was in my top songs last year. I don't think there was any new artists really apart from what we'll see when we get to the songs.
Yeah.
But no, nobody new.
No. But yeah, the song I played over and over and over again, which I knew, is Bodyguard by Beyonce, because it was a good song. I'm not even going to lie. It was the best song from the album. I was in the top 0.01% of listeners globally. That's not a good thing, is it? If you wait,
the top 1.1%.
No, 0.001%.
I don't know. How do they work? Like,
if you're in the top 5%, that means that you're
the people that listen to her the most.
Yes,
so if that's 0.01, isn't that like the most?
Bruh, if that's the case, I streamed it 194 times, starting on the 4th of April.
Maybe, yeah.
Wait, if I'm in the top 1%.
Like you guys are the number one people listen to it, right?
Bruh, well, I know, I'll take it. I like the song. While it's not a competition, I think my top... There is a leaderboard. So my top songs were... Number 1, Bodyguard, Beyonce. I knew that. Second was Espresso from Sabrina Carpenter. I'm fine with that. Third was Jolene from Beyonce. Was a song that I wasn't really feeling, but I think Jolene was soon after Bodyguard in the album.
So you just let it play.
Yeah, pretty much. Then Text Holden by Beyonce, which I'm not really happy with that because I didn't like the song that much. And then Yes and by Ariana Grande. It's a great song.
You pop girly.
I am. I have to admit, I do like Afrobeats.
Not according to your Spotify, you know.
And then I spent 5,132 minutes listening to podcasts. Yeah, my top one would probably be The Receipts. You've changed, and so has your listening. That's right. My 2024 music evolution. So from December to January. So in January was your chill catwalk house phase. I don't even know what that means. So you really were into artists like Tiandra Moses, Disclosure, and 99 Souls.
Tiandra Moses is Caitronana.
Oh, bruh.
As in, like, she's a featured artist on a Caitronana song, so I think it's the Caitronana
that may be
song
that, yeah. And then April, it was Beyonce. Because is that when Cowboy Carter came out? Yeah. So April, I was all about my Wild West beach pop season. What the hell is that?
What was the beach part of it?
Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso. So that was Beyonce, Sabrina Carpenter, and Ariana Grande. Okay. Then April to October, that was my MC Bling Vogue R&B moment. What the hell?
Who is it going to be?
I
I'm so
don't know.
excited.
It was artists like Victoria Monet, Brandy, and Rihanna. I'll take that, but I don't know what MC Bling Vogue R&B means. But I was definitely listening to a lot of...
MC Bling Vogue R&B. This
is made up.
Doesn't even sound like English.
It sounds like AI.
It's AI trying to talk like, hey girl, that was so MC Bling Vogue of you. Like,
yeah.
what?
I was listening and banging out a lot of Victoria Monet because I think, again... Whoever I thought I was going to see at All Points East, I was listening to them. Mm-hmm. And then All Points East did not happen this year. I'm sorry.
But we are prepared for this year's artists.
Is it Ray? I'll be down to listen to
her. Yeah, no, next year. Next year. I think Doechie's
going to be there as well. Yeah. Year. And then what was my last... Wait, did I miss that one?
There's someone else who's cool. Anyway, talk about it later.
Yeah, I think we can double check. Sorry, it's just still playing...
We can take Jess's baby to All Points East.
Yeah, we could. Oh my god.
Get them little
headphones. Oh my gosh. That would be so cute. Okay, so I listened to 369 artists. I know that's bad because your one was... you listened to... Oh no, it doesn't tell me... How many artists you had?
I listened to 1,500
artists
and 3,500 songs.
Yeah,
which means each artist I listened to at least 3 songs.
Jesus,
right?
Or 2. Yeah. So I listened to 369 artists, 369, but one had a special place in my heart and ears. Beyonce. I know it's gonna be. What's the point? Beyonce was the top artist of the year.
Even in her flop era, she's still our top artist. That's crazy. That's why she's the number 1.
Your longest listening streak was 12 days. That was definitely during the Cowboy Carter stuff because it had to be. It had to be. You were the top 0.5% fan and you spent 1961 minutes together. Bro, I can't count. Who else got a lot of play this year? It'll be revealed in 3, 2, 1. So, yeah, it was, my top artists were Beyonce, Sabrina Carpenter. Jesus.
I didn't know you loved her so much.
I didn't know I did.
So cute.
Jungle, Sunday Service Choir. Sunday Service, I slept on, but they're a great album. Someone said that they sing as if they know they're blessed. That's how I feel when I listen to them. It's so good. And Disclosure. So Jungle got their Disclosure, so that really helps. It really helps with balancing out the pop because, you know, it was getting peaked with Sabrina Carpenter. Who was yours?
Who was my top artist?
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Yeah, but did you not have a list of other ones? these are the...
My top artists by month were Disclosure, Kate Renata, Beyonce,
Beyonce.
Rosalia, who's that?
SG
Lewis,
Drake.
Childish Gambino, Beyonce.
Beyonce really...
I don't know why she ended up being the top for October and November.
Yeah, because you weren't... Well, you're not listening to her like that because definitely your demeanour changed.
Well, I'm always going to listen to Renaissance.
Okay, that's true.
When I'm sad, I do put that album on from start to finish.
Okay, that's probably why. Oh, looks like we have company. So who else? Oh, Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh my god, Sabrina Carpenter has written Shoshanna a personal message.
What the hell? Let me hear.
Artist of the Year, and I just wanted to say thank you for all the love. This year has been definitely one
Okay, skip.
So it picked up very crisply on the microphone.
What did it?
What Sabrina Carpenter had to say was thank you.
Yeah, she just said thanks.
And then you skipped it, which is not
okay.
very nice.
You know what? Let me just give her her flowers because is Beyonce gonna do it?
No.
Looks okay. Look where we have
Hello, it's Sabrina, and if you got this message, that means I am one of your top most listened to artists of the year.
This is a nice word.
I just want to say thank you for all the love. This year has been definitely one of the most exciting, most special, pivotal years of my life. And thanks for letting me spend so much time in your eardrums. And I hope you have a great new year. And I'll see you next year for lots more. Mwah.
That's some really odd angle of
the
phone.
Really
why couldn't they just literally just put her anyway? The way she basically for the visuals, it was basically.
You have to understand she's working late
because she's a singer. So she's basically
at work.
Yeah, but she also was bent over with the camera right in front of her face when she could have just done literally a video.
Yeah. It was weird. It was weird, but that's her aesthetic.
Yeah, and also that's only for the top listeners.
Yeah, you guys haven't heard it because you're not top.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so what else? So thanks for coming along for the ride. Okay, that was it pretty much. Until we meet again. That was my raps. Yeah, that was my rap. So really, Beyonce took hold of most of my year. And Sabrina Carpenter. Thankfully, Jungle was there and Disclosure. And then Sunday Service Choir. Get some gospel in. What happened to the genres? They used to do the kind of top genres that you unless I missed it. I may have missed it, but...
Well, they told you was MC Bling.
Oh, not that nonsense. I liked it when they used to be your top genres are Afrobeat.
It's
gospel.
never going to be Afrobeat. You're lying. You're trying to force it.
No, last year was Afrobeat. Last year was
Afrobeat.
Last year was Afropop. It was we can't even give you the full Afrobeat.
It was that Selena Gomez "Calm Down" song. That's what it was. She said, "Yeah, I like this one. This one makes sense to me." Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, definitely. And last year was definitely what's his name that got a hold of it? Stormzy. Stormzy really.
Stormzy makes Afropop.
No, but he was definitely in my top last year, and you'd even said that I think you're low-key a Stormzy fan, which I kind of am. Yeah. Was there anything that surprised you?
From mine.
Yeah.
That Beyonce top artist.
How?
I don't even think I thought about her. Maybe I'm just not even conscious of how much I play her music anymore.
Yeah. She's also got a massive discography. And
she is one of the in my library at least. She probably has the biggest library.
Yeah.
So it would be impossible for me to go a day and not hear a Beyonce song come up at all. But yeah, it's fun. I think I'm surprised in how much more music I listen to than you.
Yeah, you do listen to a lot of music. But I do listen to music. There's no doubt about it. But maybe there's been periods this year that I didn't feel like listening to music much. So maybe I haven't listened to music like that as much.
Music is literally my life.
Yeah, hopefully we'll bring it up for next year. And I want to discover more artists. But that being said, a lot of the artists on the field today is why?
Ooh.
But I predict Doechii will be in your top next year.
Doechii's too proud for you.
She really is. I really am.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So should we just move straight to the review of the week? Because
let's get into it. Rivals.
Rivals, indeed.
Based on a book.
Yeah.
Best-selling author.
Never heard of this book in my life.
So Jackie Collins writes a lot of smart,
That's what I thought. I was like, yeah.
but like classy smart.
Yeah.
Middle class smart.
You could tell by the show anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, and when I was at my, I used to work at a production company, a different production company. My first, I don't know how to say that in a way that doesn't sound weird.
Yeah, your first production.
In my first TV job,
yeah,
one of my bosses wanted to option Rivals.
Really?
And we were all like, nobody wants to watch a show about blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
anyway, he checked the rights and the rights had already gone.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was going to say, like, because he could be like, no.
No, I'm sure he is like, no. Because it's one thing for you to, like, check the rights about a book. It's another for the book to actually make it onto screen. Like, people option books all the time, and for some reason or another, the show never makes it to screen. So yeah, I think he will be shaking his fist because there was always a chance that whoever had it optioned didn't make the show. It came out of option and he could scoop it up, but sadly,
nope.
It's on Disney now.
And this is actually Disney's first local production for the UK.
Yeah, no. Yeah. What about?
Have I got it wrong?
Yeah.
What was the other one?
What's that show with the girl?
Oh, sorry, crap, yeah. Rewind. This is Disney UK's biggest local production.
Damn, brag the other show. You said your little cheap little show?
No, but I mean,
like, cheap little show?
Honestly, I'm not, like, yes, I saw them promote, what was the name of that? Extraordinary. I know they promoted it, but this one feels like it's at a different level, like the way they promoted this show.
I mean, this has...
It has, like,
what
the biggest...
Extraordinary didn't have is stars.
Yeah, and this one is littered with, like, British stars. Like, let's be honest.
Anyone who's everyone who's everyone who's anyone.
It really is. Honestly, you have, David Tennant all the way to Danny Dyer. So,
if you want to see David Tennant or Danny Dyer's bare ass,
oh Jesus,
oh God,
God. Can you imagine that is yourself?
No, 100%.
Honestly,
do you want to see David Tennant's bare ass? I don't even think you do see. Oh, no, I think
I don't think. I mean, you see him in a sex scene. Let's just say that
in more than one, and
it's.
I don't know what it is about him. Maybe it's because he's the Doctor. In my head, he's Doctor Who. It's like I should not be seeing this.
That's why I said the last time when you were like, "Oh, is it because he's too skinny for you?" I said no.
You said yes. You actually said yes.
I did say he was too skinny for me.
And then you started to double back on yourself. Oh, he's so hot. He's so...
No. Sorry, I said David Tennant in Doctor Who was.
He was. Like, he looks exactly the same.
No, he doesn't, man.
Yes,
He's aged a bit. Like, let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah, but the face is still the face. And you said that, I have a bit of that this young.
Yeah, but David Tennant in Doctor Who was not having sex. Like, we didn't need to see him. Like, he was a Ken doll.
He had a wife, actually.
Did he?
Yeah, the Doctor has a wife.
Oh, bro. Didn't even think about that, but, like, yeah.
Her name was River.
Oh, okay. I just thought he flirted with Freeman Ackman's character. Agyman's. Was that her name?
Freeman Agyman.
Anyway. So yeah,
he flirted with all of the companions.
Oh, Billy Piper as well. Yeah, he flirted.
That's the whole point. It's like they of course they fall in love with him. He's like a sexless best
true.
friend.
It's true. It's true. So yeah, that's what Rivals. Yeah, right. He's splitted, and you had Aidan Turner. He's
Aidan Turner.
Emily Attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basic plot of Rivals. It's about rivals. That's
rivals.
But the rivals be fucking each other.
Yeah.
No, the very quick overview of the story because it's the show's not really about the story. It's about the fucking.
Yeah.
But we have a news TV channel. I was really struggling to understand because it feels a lot like ITV, and then you find out it's like the country version of ITV, and it is bidding for the franchise rights to be an ITV. Yeah. To be a version of ITV.
Because they also reference some of the back in the day channels like Granada.
Yeah.
They reference the BBC.
Yeah, BBC exists.
So in this world, the TV industry of the 80s is very much exists in this.
In our world, yeah. So the owner of this TV company is David Tennant. Can't remember what his character's name is.
His name was Tony Badenham.
Yeah. Tony decides he's going to hire Aidan Turner's Declan O'Hara.
Oh,